One, two, three. There we go. We are live. Yes, a little tired, but but certainly live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another fun week. Hopefully, it's going to be a great week. We're now June 7th. Here we go. We're finally had a beautiful weather weekend. Great time. Great weekend to be outdoors. And boy, did we take full advantage of that. And one of the things that I want to talk about today was our road rally for the Take Steps Long Island chapter for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. There's a mouthful with it. I don't need cue cards on that one. I tell you, our family's been very, very involved with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation for decades. I'm proud to say that one, decades. We've gotten to meet some absolutely amazing people and to see a few of those. We just had the road rally, our first ever road rally yesterday because things had to change the whole way through. I'm going to bring on the driving force behind all of that stuff. It's Suzanne Beck, and she's live immediately. Let's tell her that. Hey, Suzanne, good news. There she comes. Good news. Ah, there we go. Sponsor. She knows how to turn this thing on. There you go. We'll keep those sponsors on. Suzanne, I'll read the. Hey, there you go. How are you? Good morning. And you were terrific. You got the mute on there still a little bit. But I was just telling everybody what a great day yesterday was. It was just unbelievable. First ever inaugural, new location, different setup completely, obviously, with, they're still dealing with COVID and all the rest of that stuff. But the one thing that was consistent, it was a huge success. So bravo to you on that one.
Thank you. We are so excited. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
So I'm still in my workout clothes. Don't mind me. I apologize.
Oh, no, it's fine. I used to get yesterday's shirt on, right? Yeah. So it was exhausting. It's true.
Such a different day, but it was still, even though we weren't like walking, we were running around to each, trying to get to each stop, make sure we saw, all the cars, so all the participants. It was really so great to see how many people turned out and really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, it was different. And that's always an impactful thing too. I mean, forget about the reason, all the rest of that stuff. It was fun. It was different. I don't think any of us knew. Heck, I didn't, and I've been speaking to you all along, and I know you've told me a million times what to expect, but it's like I couldn't visualize it, until you were there actually seeing the whole thing.
That's true. And this was like my brainchild, right? It was something to do considering that we have all been locked up in our homes, not sure who even able to get together at all, and coming up with some way to put some kind of celebration together and make it safe. So from what I was talking about over the months and what I was preparing, did it meet expectations? Did it surpass expectations of what you thought from what I was saying?
Hold on. Before you're asking me that?
I'm asking
before you say anything about your opinion, all right, I'll give you my side of it too. And this is why we should never make excuses for things, because what you expected out of it versus what I expected out of it versus what somebody saw just as a participant in the whole thing. I thought it was you. It was just really terrific. It was a nice blending of things. And since we're in the middle of this blending of wear a mask, don't wear a mask and stuff like that. And I know you got your own, the foundation that's got its own thing on that side of it. But look, given the fact that it was all so spread out, that those groups that wanted to get out maskless and that kind of thing were able to do it. Volunteers were terrific, the whole way through. The Star Troopers had no choice but to wear a mask. I mean, they were unbelievable. Did it meet my expectations? Yeah, I thought it was just a whole lot of fun to participate in. The fundraising was there. Our team did great. I know members of the support group also were very excited about the whole thing. So from my personal perspective, absolutely. I think it was good. And the other thing that I like to talk about quite frequently, is that awareness factor. And I know anytime that I went out to talk about this, which is one of the reasons why I want to continue to talk about this, is that, hey, by the way, or did you know, those conversations come up so frequently. And that helps. Let's say that I'll put my support group facilitator hat on. That helps so much by talking about these events, forgetting about money raised, forgetting about participation. It's like the you are not alone factor gets filled in. So yeah, this was a win for me, from a personal, like, hey, value add kind of thing. Hopefully it was a win on the foundation side and your efforts. From what I saw, I think it was. Look at all those names you got behind it.
Yeah, and absolutely, we surpassed goal. We had a $250,000 goal. We're currently at like 271 or 27, almost at 275,
Wow.
which was really nice to wake up to this morning.
Yeah.
My phone is still ringing. I'm still getting emails, and I haven't even looked at all the posts that I have on social media to look at yet. It was just so overwhelming to see the support given by our participants in the community. And RXR, giving us their site to use. They were so excited to have us. They came out that day just to see. They couldn't believe what we turned the parking lot into.
Oh, did they? Oh, I would have no idea on that. See, that's the side of it that you would see that I wouldn't see. The parking lot was great. Here would be the one thing, if we go and use that again, huge banner. Hopefully the wind's not blowing as much, but huge banner. This way, where people are driving up the expressway, and for those folks that are not familiar with the area, the RXR Plaza that we're talking about here was at exit 49 South or 48 South.
48 and 49.
Up on a hill overlooking the expressway. It's two huge buildings that are exactly the same, that kind of thing. So it's very, very visible, the whole way through. And that would have been like, hey, Crohn's Colitis Foundation, we are here. You should be too, or something like that.
And it's
great that they enjoyed it, that they liked it.
Yeah, their grounds are just absolutely beautiful. You're not pulling into a cement parking lot with two buildings. They keep it very, well manicured.
Yeah, you had all those, the plantings on the islands in there. It was really very. You're right. It wasn't just a flat out paved area. The rest of that stuff. So I was even thinking, if we got back to walk, and this was a car thing, and I got the video that I shot yesterday. So
you're going to share that with us?
Minutes. But it was, even if it was we get back to doing a walk, and that kind of thing. Boy, it was plenty of spaces to do the whole thing, and either loop around the parking lot. Loop around the parking lot would be pretty significant from a distance standpoint.
Correct. And they even own the lower building. So if you wanted to do a longer walk, if we were able to do a walk there, it would work.
It was nice, centrally located, all the rest of that kind of stuff. Because the other walk is Port Washington.
Coming up, yes.
Coming up, right? So it's deep in, let's call it deep in North Shore of Nassau County. And this one's just flat out centrally located.
Right.
So it worked for everybody.
It did. Are you going to share your video with us?
If you'd like.
I would love to see it. I mean, I saw you doing it. And I even shouted it out, but I don't think you heard me. You were a little away from me, and I was like, there goes Brian.
Oh no, you ready for this? All right. So it's shall we set this up?
I would love to see it.
So I decided not to walk the route. I drove my car.
You didn't drive the route.
Yeah. But I figured, hey, how do I get a video at you? Because you took away my MC side of it. I was like, but you did the pre-recorded thing. I mean, we should point that out too. So you did a pre-recording, so people are able to listen to that on a radio, on an AM radio station. So they got the full explanation, right?
Right. It was on. You were able to tune in on your FM radio station to hear the program, a very short program. It was just under 10 minutes. And we did do a full program on Facebook Live. And then music played in the car on another station.
Yeah, I didn't have the radio hooked up in the car, in the bicycle, but I certainly had a good time with that one. All right, you ready? Let's go over to share screen. And all right, now if you do laugh, all right, let's not get crazy here. But it was fun. We wound up with 2 different interviews that day too. God, I didn't even know how that happened. Maybe you can explain to me who those people were. One of them I met, actually had a conversation with the other one I don't know. So,
do you want me to explain it now or after the video?
Save it. We'll leave that as the cliffhanger.
Okay.
So when we come back, Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get over to the right page over here. Here we go. That, share, and we'll make this full screen. Get it. And here we go.
We're at the Crohn's and Colitis Rally Take Step Road Rally. We got tons
talented people that are out here helping out. Our first one is going to be right here, Star Bar. There we go. We're going. Hey guys, thanks for coming down. Whoa, we gotta make sure I don't run over anybody. We'll stay on our feet. I got fresh gourmet out there, a couple of cars, highly decorated. Hey, we're doing Facebook Live. There we go. Team Julia. Hey, Facebook Live. There we go. Facebook Live. All right, it's all road rally time. Couple of volunteers out there with trivia. How long can I stay on this bike without falling down? Here's the question of the day. Hey, oh, we got to go this way. I didn't share too many things that are educational as I did this. Kids in the car. Another tent. Cars. Oh, and some fantastic decorations going on. There he is, the Crohn's and colitis team themselves. Oh, good. Oh, committed to cures. Absolutely. Find a cure. That's what we're aiming for here. All right. I guess we got the force with us. Here's the team. There we go. From another galaxy far, far away. Thank you all for coming down today. Thank you. Hey! Wow, you never know who you're going to meet at these things. All right, and as we continue on, one of the sponsors. Those signs are out here. We got the banana station. Woo, there we go. There we go. Bananas on the move. Thank you so much for volunteering. Thanks for helping out today. Hey, there she is. There's Sherry. The queen of donations. When you're looking for a fundraiser and idea, it's you. Ladies, thank you so much. Cheers! Because we got some music happening here. Let's go this way. Woo! Oh, we got to go. Yeah, there we go. Giveaway. Targets down here. Thank you guys for helping out today. Almost ran him over. Let's go back the other way. Target is a target.
There's a target.
There we go. Highs here in multiple flavors. Thank you guys for helping out today. Really appreciate it. Hey, the weather's perfect for this too. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Coca-Cola helping out. Hey, it's the cheerleading team. Woo! From Bizarre. Yeah. How about I come back for that one? I'm going to try not to fall down here. Although we have doctors.
They want to give me a pom-pom. I was like,
Bizarre's big sponsor. There he is, Dr. Son himself.
Right, there's Dr. Sod.
Fall down. But we did. Even though you work on the other end of life. That's all good. Thank you so much for you're here at all of these things too. So really appreciate your efforts.
It's a labor of love.
That's good. It's I had a facilitated support group. Let me tell you, there's a lot of things that go into having a good doctor. Some of it's the technical skills, some of it's that bedside manner, and being able to listen is the other side of it. So you got the trifecta going.
You got to support the community because at the end of the day, that is the job. It's not molecules and biologics. It's helping people feel better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trying to put a smile on their face any which way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank
All right, we're going to continue on here. If I fall
That
down.
was great.
Hey, it's our photographer guy. Woo-hoo-hoo! I got you on camera. It might be the first time I get him on camera. There we go. Hey, volunteers all over. Oh, we got hula hoops coming up. That's going to be a problem. Water balloons I can deal with. Hula hoops, I'm not too sure. We're going to go around this way. Dun, da, da, da. Hey, if you have questions, you want to reach out to the Crohn's Foundation, that's it. There you go. Hi, Melissa's here. It's just once you get me to volunteer for these things in such crazy ways. And there it is. The man is going to change the world. The doctor is going to change the world. Oh, we got a bag before. I'm running out of hands. Thank you so much for everything you do with the support group. Appreciate that. He's a motivational doctor. I got to tell you.
This is great.
Get to him with a little idea, turns into a big idea. You got to love that stuff. Deep River potato chips are in the house.
all right, I was a little excited.
Stay on our wheels. Deep River, thank you very much for coming down. Appreciate it. Chips are good, I got to tell you. Trivia station. Oh, we know no trivia. There is no trivia before it's time. All right, we're going to move on here further. How are you doing there, boss? Hicks Nursery is another one. Oh, we're supporting the thing. It's supporting the kids' activity with Anna's Army. Oh, it's photo time. TikTok time. Ready? Hey, so Hey, it is video. And we're coming down here, Abby, another one. Always with us. Always part of what we do. And thank you, Abby. Appreciate it. Take steps, Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. And we have another sponsor sign coming up over here. That's the Kenneth Fidaldi Foundation. Thank you for what you do. Oh, more pom-poms. That could be exciting. It's video.
Here comes Jill.
It's video on video. You still taping? I'm gonna photo bomb this thing. Hey, hold on. I'll turn around. On wheels. Zoom.
This is my co-facilitator, Brian Cohen.
Oh, you're the driving force behind this.
He's a caregiver. I'm the patient. We give both views, and we get 20 to 25 people every month. And we'd love to have anyone who has questions or is scared or just needs someone to listen. We get it. We get what you're going through, and we'd love for you to come on our Zoom call, and we'd love to talk to you. Right, Brian?
Absolutely. 100% agree with that one. 100%.
Is my part?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No, it's good. It's nice. I mean, a lot of people just want to know that they're not alone. So that's, I think, one of the biggest value adds that we have at that one is letting folks they're not alone. Between her side of it, my side of it, you know, we get a lot of opinions covered, and we can cover that you're not alone thing.
Now, if you don't mind me asking you, how were you first diagnosed with Crohn's? How did you find out you had it?
I'm about to ask permission to leave. There you go. I got to go ahead. I got the wave off.
The
Oh.
poor balloons just didn't survive the heat.
That's a fantastic story. Oh, yeah, it is a good thing. It's an amazing, well, what the heck, might as well get this on camera. You want to know something? Anytime you volunteer, anytime you do something, you know, you get everything on. Oh, we get all the cars coming down here. So many people, it's really great. It's a help on all sides, you know. I got one guy, he's like, oh, you know, it's like, it helps me just as much as it helps Dan, and I'm in a, you know, support role, the rest of that stuff, so it's good that we do that, so it's good. It's also good to get down here too, giving away stuff. Love giving away stuff. It's always fun to give away stuff. It's also fun to get on camera too. All right, here we go. Let's go check out a few of our other people. Up there. Hey, the ice cream trucks are here. Hey, take steps with Crohn's and Colitis. Gooseberry Grove ice cream. Thank you, sir, for helping out today. Take steps, Swaps. And Kona Ice. Oh, a constant contributor and supporter of what we do here. Thank you, Kona. All right, here we go. When we're back to the front. Hey, I got to tell you. Hey, Mike, good pitch. Good to have you. I'd wait, but I'm running out of hands here. But I got to tell you, you know, we get these folks coming down. Hey, my favorite group up here. There it is. I'm not going to dance with the mic. But look, and here we go. It all the sponsors. Let me finish it over here. And that is the fact that, look at all those sponsors. You know, we talk about a lot of things that a lot of businesses do to help out right there. That's good for people helping us out here with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation with this road rally. First ever road rally. Let me tell you something. Beautiful day. Really super. A lot of people supporting. A lot of people coming out, having a good time over here. But just as important, we're sharing the stories with so many people through these videos, through the supporters, through what it is that they do. So it's sharing stories. That's really what helps out in so many different ways. Raise the money to find a cure is another way of doing that. So if you want a donation, our chapter that's near to you, whatever it is, our page, our group, Team Gut Reaction, you know what? Whatever it is you like to do, just do. Just do. Support this charity, some other. Make a difference in the world, my friends. That's what it's all about. Making a difference. Putting that smile on wherever you possibly can. Have an unbelievable day. Remember, speak well, speak often, and live inspired.
That was great. That was great.
It's actually the first time I saw the entirety of the whole thing.
But the
But
pool balloons were popping like crazy from the heat. They just couldn't make it. It was so upsetting. They looked so beautiful when they were first up.
Yes, sir, it's
Yeah.
still showing.
Yeah.
The live event
Hold on a
will
second.
begin
Let's
at
get rid of.
1 minute.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it seems like it held up, and then the wind blew a little bit, and some of the things, some of the things fell over, but it didn't. You know what?
Right.
Again, that's the kind of thing that you would notice. The rest of us would not. Nobody was expecting the archer balloons. If it was there, it was great. If it wasn't there, it wasn't expected. The archway, though, when you came in with the sponsors and everything, that was really nice because it really signified the start. You had the goodie bag on the way out, which was also, rather good. And I think the ice cream trucks were situated in a very good spot, although I didn't get back there fast enough.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
I didn't make my way there either. So.
I'd say next time we get together. I think there was a coupon in there for ice cream from someplace.
Yes, actually, I think there was a Dairy Queen Blizzard for Blizzard.
That works.
That works. We have a lot of great supporters in so many different ways that they support. So it's just great to have the community come together.
Yeah, you can obviously see where you're on one side, not one side, but you're focused on one area, I'm on another. I never realized until you start listening to yourself how many times I talk about the idea of spreading the word about the foundation, the support groups, that not alone thing. My connection going back, and I remember the first day, it was an education event that I went to, and it was 25 years ago, something to the effect of 25 years ago. And I just sitting in the room there, and I was lost. I was on one diagnosed, and I had no idea what the whole thing was about. And it was there was a lot of technical stuff. I couldn't even tell you any of that. But I got a chance to sit in a room with many people. I don't know, it was 100 people, 200 people, whatever it was. But it was like, wow, you know what? Not alone. It's not just, we have our own unique stories, as with all of these things, but knowing that there are other people to talk with and to be with, and just like say, I have no idea what that person's talking about. Neither do I. Let's learn together, that kind of thing. That was just so comforting, so that was great. And then on these rallies, whether it's a walk, a road rally, whatever, education events, to see so many people show up is really great. Everybody's there with each other, looking to help with each other. And I had one really, let's say, personal conversation with somebody that I really appreciated.
And that makes the community, by having all these different types of education events, support groups, it's a way for us to connect you to others. So that can happen. We do have plenty of our volunteers that we used as influencers this year to do Facebook Lives or do Zooms on their own without myself or another staff member being in that video or call, just so that they could help us raise the awareness and show that support of community.
Yeah, that I've seen increase quite a bit. I've also seen a lot more posts, and it's maybe some algorithm someplace, but whatever. Seeing a lot more posts from the other chapters too across the nation. With their own fundraising, efforts that went along with it. So whether it's whatever, the Facebook algorithm or not, or it's the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation making more of an effort with that, one of these little side benefits of not so much of having to go digital. We'll phrase it like that, right? Of having to go digital, because it's just exposing everything, the foundation, to so many more people in so many different ways. And that's great, because those by the way conversations come up. You must hear that, all the time when you go and speaking to the corporate sponsors.
All the time, and not even just from corporate sponsors, from individuals. I get by the way, or I'll be talking to someone that I just met, waiting for a meeting inside someplace that I could be. Oh, what are you doing here? And I'll explain who I am, why I'm there. Oh, by the way, yes, I do know, but it doesn't come to the mind automatically. But once you start a conversation, more people than you think are aware.
Yeah, I just had that come up. I'm hoping this works out, but I cut my hair.
I know, I loved it. I saw it when it first showed up yesterday, and what did I say? Love the new haircut.
Yeah. So it was around yay long. So I made the 8 inches. So I was able to donate it. I donated to Hair We Share. We taped it. If and we'll see what gets edited out, but I did mention that one of the reasons for doing it, besides the opportunity came up to grow the hair, was the sensitivity to the folks that are going through some sort of chronic illness. So I mentioned it while we were recording, and then with a couple of people in the salon, and two, by the way, conversations came up. His family members, there, and I was not there to talk about the foundation, anything to do with it at all. It's just, it's rampant. I mean, what are we at? 3.1 million, is what we have on the t-shirts. Not this on the other t-shirt.
3.1 million, but we have approximately, or an estimated 80,000 that are here in our neighborhoods on Long Island.
Yeah.
So that's why when the by the way conversations come up
On the flag.
more often than not, you're going to find that connection.
Yeah. Like you said, it's not something that everybody's walking, as with any illness, right? You're not just walking around saying, hey, look what I got, and that kind of thing. But, once the door opens a little bit to talk about some of the stuff, that we're going through, all of a sudden you find out that, you're not alone. Everybody's got the unique stories, but they are there. So it's these rallies, that visible location, whether it's a road rally, whether it's a walk, any of these things that are public, they serve so many different purposes, which is great. But the fundraising side, that went, this was a good day for you too.
This was a good day, but the great thing about Take Steps is it's typically someone's first entry point into the foundation. It's an easy way for someone to come out. It's an easy way for them to bring their family, and it's an easy way for them to then learn more about the foundation, find out about our support groups, find out about our education events. And they do hear it typically, from their doctors when they're diagnosed. Will say, "Oh, have you heard of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation?" But when they come to the walk and they feel that celebration and they feel the community, they want to then learn more. And then they find out that we do have these support systems that can keep them going all year long. So it's not just come to the walk and we're done. It's a year-round cultivation of getting to grow your team, getting to get involved with the foundation, getting behind the 100% committed, not just financially, but 100% committed to yourself as well, into understanding what we have to offer and the services that are provided.
Yeah, no, it's gotten to be really, really terrific. The education events, back to the digital thing, but the education events now are, I think, in greater detail and much more frequent, because they're now on a monthly basis, which is great, free to attend. Anybody could go, do that. The support groups, finding support groups has gotten a lot easier also, whether it's through the national site, which then brings it back to the chapters, but the chapters also expanded out in different categories with the support group. And the teams are just, their teams are incredible. The way they decorated the cards, that, they're there. And the teams are, well, the corporate side of it, which is great. Because I think, look, if you take the general population and all those by the way conversations, for a company to think that none of their employees are affected by this, whether they're diagnosed or they have family members or dear friends that have been diagnosed, that would be short-sighted. So it's great from a company standpoint, working with the employees, to show that they care and they have a vehicle, I'll use that word, vehicle to get that message out. And the family members also, and their teams are like you. Some of these teams are just,
they have 3 and 4 cars with them, right? But even with the companies, if they don't want to, publicize if it's them as the patient and join the company, they can join the company team without stating that they have that mission connection, or they can wind up creating their own teams. We've seen that as well. So it's just about getting the word out, spreading that awareness, and corporations can help us do that in a big way.
And the other thing I want to point up, before we go, and this came up in conversation about where does the money go? And it wasn't with this, it was another group that I was in talking about a bunch of nonprofits. This foundation really puts a big effort on making sure that so a huge percentage, goes toward the research, where overhead is kept down to an absolute minimum, which I know I get no money at all for the support group. One of these days, maybe I'll get $10 for coffee.
And that's how we like it, Brian.
I know, but look, personally, with, we've been doing our support groups on Zoom,
Right.
just doing them digitally. And my feeling is to stay that way permanently, because now we've got members, we've been meeting for years. So we've got members that have moved, and now they're able to come back. Also having guest speakers come in, it doesn't matter. They don't have to drive someplace, they could just do it, and make that work. But keeping the expenses down and getting that money going over to the research side of it, Foundation's doing a great job.
And we
keeping
just
that-
released our impact statements, so anybody can see our impact statements on what we've done. So if they go to the Crohn's Colitis Foundation.org/impact, they can actually see where, what the organization is doing and how they're using funds.
Right, which is great. Even through the team challenge side of it too. It's it's good. That's very, very much a consideration, from the foundation standpoint, and it should be everybody's consideration, right? You want to make sure that if you are donating, well, if you're donating money, it's going to where you think it's going. The donating time, that's so important too, right?
Absolutely.
From what I saw, there was quite a few volunteers there.
Yes, they came very early in the morning and they stayed to the end. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And we need that.
And besides, a big thank you to all those names that are sitting there behind you, on the banner. RXR gets a big time round of applause, for this whole thing, but having us down there, allowing us to use the parking lot, great location. That was just really, really, really terrific.
Yes, they were very good to us and we really appreciate them all the way around. We were glad they came out. We were glad they allowed us to use their site. We were glad that they promoted us and supported us, and they've just been a really good friend.
Yeah, which is really terrific. And you got a couple of key sponsors that have helped out, we could spend another hour going through every one of the sponsors, but you've got quite a few that have just been there all along, the whole way through.
Many
And
years.
not just at this event, all prior events too.
Correct. Yes. They've been with us for several years, and that's what's great, is because we do build that relationship with them so they feel that they're part of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation family and the Take Steps family.
Yeah, which is great. Hey, and thank you for allowing me to forget about the reason getting involved with it. We can put that portion of it, aside. But you've been so welcoming, with any help, that I've needed along the way. I'm glad I was able to assist by doing these sometimes rather stupid videos as it goes through and emceeing, the past events. So hopefully I didn't lose too much credibility in this one. We can move on to the next one. That was totally unedited. It actually wasn't terrible. And the quality of the video was pretty good too. So
it's great. I love seeing it. I appreciate you taking that, because I didn't get to see, all the cars coming in at every moment. So it was really great to see another side of it.
Yeah. Oh, there was one point, those cars were just lined up, they're all, waiting to go. Dr. Suzanne mentioned too, he's like, well, what happens if people start asking questions? It's like, well, that's kind of the point,
Right.
But there was enough room for cars to go past, and that was it. But it wound up being spaced out pretty well. There was a couple of times they got a little traffic jammy kind of thing, but you know what?
But
That
that's
was fun.
expected, right? Because if people come all at the same time, it's expected.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out rather well. Suzanne, you, Melissa, the rest of the
Thank
team
you.
over there. We'll do another one of these videos. We'll do a little bit more on the medical side of it as what's going on. Maybe get a chance to meet some of the medical doctors, hospitals that have like really truly, been a part of it. Some of the practices and some of the other sponsors also. I look forward
Right.
to doing that, because look, I mean, no matter how you cut it, look, we're raising money to find a cure. Super important. Love to see this and so many other diseases go by the wayside. But getting the message out, letting people know that it's there. But there's quite a few side benefits that come on the corporate side of it too. Those names are out there quite a bit. They got a chance to highlight some different products, the branding, the showing that these companies are also part and supporting the community too. So it's a great situation. It's a great win, for everybody, a big benefit to everybody, but still I'd love to find a cure. We'll go find some other reason to say, we'll go celebrate we found the cure. We can do that on a yearly basis. All right.
Let's just celebrate everybody. Let's celebrate the 102 teams that registered to participate in this event and come out and support. And let's celebrate the corporate sponsors that have the belief in the foundation and what we do. And let's celebrate our volunteers and let's celebrate each other and for what we do each and every day. I think that's so important.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready? So now we can put this event behind us. When's the next one coming up?
We can say the road rally was a success and yes, it's ended and we can move on to the Gold Coast Take Steps, which we're still preparing and deciding on what that looks like for this year.
Okay, that's good. And so we'll post a lot more information about that one too. And who knows?
Great.
Maybe we'll retire the bicycle for that one.
Maybe not. It might be a new addition.
Suzanne, thank you so much. Enjoy resting up and getting ready for the next one as we go through. And folks, if you need to know more on the fundraising side, getting involved in any of these, in the events that we have, Suzanne is certainly a prime contact for that. Just contact the office if you want to know a little bit more about the support groups. Everything is online. All kinds of videos are available too, to get the educational side of it also. So it's, everybody's accessible. So I guess the website would be for the chapter or just, for the Crohn's Foundation itself.
For the Crohn's Foundation, I will put in the chat, I will list out some of the links that people can go to for access for support groups, for the impact statements, for general information.
Terrific. All right. All really, really good. Again, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you at the next event and hopefully sooner.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. There are so many things that we do, so many things, that we do, and there's so many different ways to get involved, so many different ways to show support, you care, and all the rest of that stuff. We talk a lot about, the corporate side of it, the branding, that being part of the community. There's also the friendship factor that goes along with it. When somebody's dealing with a chronic illness, it's tough. It's just tough. It's tough all around. Multitude of different things. I don't really need to get into the details of that one. But that person will find that there are some friends that kind of fade a little bit, other friends that show up and they are just absolutely there. Being one of those friends that absolutely show up and are absolutely there. You have no idea the impact that could have. And it doesn't mean a phone call every day. It just means a phone call once in a while. Just showing some level of care. It does absolutely go a long way. We do that within the support groups. We do that in different places, as much as we can, but it really comes down to you. So whenever you get the opportunity to help somebody move along and to live inspired, by all means, do that. Do that. Have yourself an absolutely wonderful day, my friends. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you very much for your support with this. For our team, we did really well on raising money because of you. The chapter also did really well on raising money because of you. And hopefully one day we just have a big, big celebration because they actually did find a cure because of you. It's all because of you. Speak well, speak often, live inspired.